What's up, everybody? You already know who this is. If you don't know, Raphael Gordon, CEO of Rod Gore Motivations and Publishings. And today I'm just doing a quick video for the Ask Rod Gore, which they do every Sunday. And the question that I got came from my good brother, Tommy Jones, that's out there in Atlanta, Georgia. So Tommy, thank you so much for this question. And his question was in reference to how does, can you explain the difference between like working hard and working smart? Because he felt that many individuals work really, really hard and don't realize that that's not actually the way to success. And people tend to just, spend all their hours and time into doing things that really doesn't measure up to anything. So I felt like I'd be more than willing to answer this question and give some insight and tips. So here's the thing. I'm a firm believer in working diligently, like working really hard, working, being focused, having your priorities set, all these different things that would make you very successful in your own right and be able to be a great blueprint for other individuals. So one of these things that you can think about is, one is time management. So time management is very important. You got to know how to manage your time when you're working smart. You got to know where your time is allocated towards, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your family, your friends, your social life, even your personal time, and then also the workload which you have to complete. So it's very important that you focus specifically on managing your time well, and having the right priority. Know what your priorities are. What should you automatically go to first, and what you should deal with second. Another thing that you should think about also is the fact of having a circle. And when you work smart, you actually have a circle of great advisors and mentors. This is so important. I mean, the best of the best have the best mentors and the best advisors, because they know that when you're walking down this path, whatever goal that you're trying to complete or whatever your vision is that you're trying to make come into fruition and come into your reality, you got to have individuals in your circle, in your corner, who has actually achieved these dreams or achieved these goals. So that way you don't have to focus specifically on trying to get out of these holes that you're going to fall into. So now don't get me wrong. Along the way, you're gonna hit some pitfalls. You're gonna hit some walls. But it's best to have a great circle of advisors and mentors who can make sure that you don't have that many, shortcomings and that so many walls to be hit. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to again use your time in the best way possible. Having it managed correctly and be able to have be more productive. And how do you become more productive? Is by having these individuals in your corner to help guide you. They're your coaches. They're cheering you on. Also giving you some great strategies which they use to help them achieve the goal and the dreams. So when you're working hard, though, keep this in mind. When most people work hard, they don't really have they spend 10, 20, they may break day and just do all this work, but then when you ask them, show me the workload that you have completed, it's very little. But when you think about an individual who's worked smart, they know how to delegate. So these individuals they know that they may be weak in certain areas, but because they know there's other individuals who are strong in those areas, they may hire them. Whether, like, say you may be a person that throw parties or someone that want to host an event. You're not great at creating invitations, so you hire an individual who specializes specifically on creating invitations, and because of that, that's time that you won't have to worry. So you're just paying for someone to use their time to be able to create those invitations. So that's working smart. So you don't have to worry about spending 2-3 hours on the learning curve on trying to learn how to create invitations for an event, which is more important to be planning completely than just spending most of your time on trying to just actually create the invitations. So when you're working smart, you're knowing aware, you're understanding the time that you have. How do you maximize it? How do you bring these people into your circle that can help guide you through getting the activities and priorities done, and also bringing individuals, hiring or just kind of connecting with individuals who are great and masters in certain areas. Like, people go to schools and get degrees to be great at something. So if they're great at it, why not just bring them, hire them, or use their expertise to be able to fulfill the void that you may have along your way, along the journey. So again, those are just a few things that you can think about when it comes to working hard and working smart. You gotta remember, when you're working smart, you have a certain time frame. When you work smart, you're able to you maximize on your time. You get to be able to expand your territory more. Your quality of creativity is always maximized. Like, you're more creative when you work smart. You're thinking of ways to get things done quicker. And even when you're working hard, you got to be aware you burn yourself out so much when you're working hard. People spend 15 hours a day just working on a task, and then you're like, yo, why are you working so hard? You done missed a moment of your family time. You missed a moment to take hold of an opportunity because you're working too hard. You don't have a clear vision. You don't have a clear vision of what you're trying to do. You don't have a plan. You got to have an exit strategy. When you're working smart, you have to have an exit strategy. You know when you have completed this task and you leave it alone, you celebrate in it, and then you move on to something else. So I hope that in itself, answer some of your question, Tommy, and also just giving some insight to those who needed it. But again, you want to work smart, don't work hard. Again, you want to be, when you're working hard, in terms of work, and when you're working smart, it's not saying that you're not working hard. You're working on maximizing the best amount of your time to do something right with the highest quality possible. All right, so I'm your boy Raphael Gordon. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can check out. Hit the tab below top if you're on my Instagram, or click below if you're on Facebook or Twitter or the website. So you guys be well. Keep the questions coming. I truly appreciate it. And always remember that your location is not your destination.